the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Aldrick Rosas, the Giants kicker, ready to go. And here we go from MetLife Stadium. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is a big-arm guy who's learned how to temper some of his throws. Actually has added a lot more touch and accuracy as his career has gone along. Big-time confidence in his arm, though. Any throw you want, he can make it.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That second down play nets a -4. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On second down, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. On second down now, McFarland. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
There we go.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A first down carry here for Johnson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it's 3rd and short. And now the offense for Detroit.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 21 yards away. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
His stature isn't huge. He's not one of the big, strong-arm guys that you see coming into the league. But his touch, decision-making, ability to make plays, that's why Teddy Bridgewater has a chance to be a top quarterback in the league.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the starting offense now for the Giants.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And now the Lions' defensive starters.
As Darius Slay continues to improve at the cornerback position, he may live up to his own nickname as the Slaymaker.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
First down, Bridgewater. And he fires one incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Play fake, Bridgewater. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Roughing the passer, defense.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Throwing, Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but now it's 3rd and goal. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Bridgewater to throw it. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Rosas' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside to 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
A first update now from Cincinnati. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, McFarland. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
Elliott on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. To throw again on second down, Bridgewater. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage. And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
We got this.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
It's a gain of 32. First down, Lions.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, a 14-3 ball game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. On second down, McFarland. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They'll try the air now with Stafford. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Golladay. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Keep playing hard.
New York set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now Saquon Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Barkley.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Bridgewater now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Bridgewater. And Tate's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Bridgewater gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, Bridgewater. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Bridgewater's pass intended for Golden Tate. Incomplete.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. 3rd and goal for Bridgewater. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. On second down, Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. From the gun on third down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at Golden Tate as he heads back onto the field now. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. You know, daytime, he's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in, he was able to get out there quick and fire away.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. This is Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
A quick throw. Here's Shepard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. The Giants on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Returning here is Wright. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Lions will take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's the 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Here's Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Good job.
Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
His size creates such a matchup problem down in the red zone. He lined up in the slot left, gave a little head fake, and worked his way open in the middle of the field.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Lions 28.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
Jake Elliott.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Come on now, let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And again, it's Bridgewater. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
A 50-yard attempt.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame, there to get a hand in. On 2nd and 10, Stafford throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Credit Julian Love with a pass breakup.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And he finds Penny. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it's Matthew Stafford who's had it working in the first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, but it'll be second down. On second down, here's Barkley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Play fake. Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. This is Gallman. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From just shy of midfield, Stafford, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. On third down, Stafford, and that is incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Slam.
Again, it's Barkley.
Go, go, go. Run, run, run.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now Gallman. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And Ingram hauls it in. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
In the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 27. Again, it's Henry. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Bridgewater to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Tyler Higbee there to make the grab, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Rosas good with the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's how we do it, baby.
like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Stafford now to throw. James has got it. Complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. To throw on third down. Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Let's go for it. Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
4 yards on the dump-off at second down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
You don't want no problem. Like 50, like 50.
On third down, Stafford, screenplay, Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
And New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw, Bridgewater. That's complete to Gallman. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Bryan Anger now. He's been terrific so far. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Bryan Anger now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Now it's Wright. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Stafford. Jones has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Lions on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. Stafford dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing is Bridgewater. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Longacre showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Single, slot.
Here's Bridgewater. And that's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his 1st drop, his 2nd drop of the game. That's Will Hernandez, former second-rounder out of UTEP. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Bridgewater. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. A timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 4.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Ready?
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. Stafford, and he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one will be accepted.
All day, baby, all day. Mike 42, Mike 42.
Here's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. On 2nd down, McFarland, after getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now it's Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Play action. Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Bridgewater now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Throwing is Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Bridgewater to throw for it on fourth. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. A first down carry here for Johnson. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Johnson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a third down.
That's trash.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play. I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Lions, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.